In this video, I'm going to share how to frame the conversation in your emails to target your ideal buyers who want to spend the most money on your products. What's going on? My name is Kyle Stout, founder of Elevate and Scale. Our clients typically see between 30 to 50% of their total revenue attributed to email. If you'd like email marketing to be a reliable and insanely profitable sales channel for your business, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Now let's get into it. Okay, before I started Elevate and Scale, I was a freelance copywriter, and one of my clients was an international real estate developer that was struggling to get any traction from their email list. They had taken over a few developments selling vacation homes in places like Belize and Costa Rica. They inherited a big email list with tons of potential buyers, but they couldn't even hardly get anyone interested in touring the properties, much less making a purchase. When I came in, I decided to do a complete overhaul of the messaging in their emails. That led us to selling over $4.5 million in purchase agreements and me landing the role of CMO for their company. I'm going to share the approach I took so you can apply this same strategy to your business. Okay, the first thing I did was stop talking about features. Everyone knows it's better to sell benefits instead of features, but what I've found to work even better than selling benefits is selling an experience. You have to mentally immerse them in the experience they're buying. So we immediately stopped talking about square footage and floor plans and furniture packages. Instead, we talked about watching the sunrise over the ocean from your balcony while sipping your morning coffee. We talked about hosting friends and family on vacations that none of them would ever forget. We talked about creating family traditions at a home that they could pass down to their kids and their grandkids. We talked about getting away from the daily grind and living in the moment. These are all the things that our ideal buyers truly wanted to experience. So when we shifted the conversation to a narrative that resonated with them, they knew we understood them, and all of a sudden they were interested in discovering how they could experience those things firsthand. Now, the second thing I did was leverage behavioral psychology to persuade them in a way that appealed to their existing mental programming. Keep in mind, the type of person who can buy a $500,000 home with cash in a foreign country has already achieved some level of success. Most of our buyers were doctors and business owners. So one of the themes in the narrative we formed was the idea that this was a luxury that they deserved. They've worked hard their entire lives, made sacrifices when others got to enjoy the moment, and now they're at a point where they can finally enjoy the fruits of their labor. If you've worked hard for so long, it's normal for you to feel like you deserve to have something to show for it, right? Then sometimes we would appeal to their desire for status in subtle ways that only they would understand. For example, when we talked about hosting their friends and family, we would make subtle hints that they would have plenty of opportunities to be a gracious host that everyone loves. So when you're used to having more money than your friends and family, yeah, it feels good to treat everyone to dinner or to host a nice party, but there's also a certain level of status that comes with being the host, and our ideal buyers love that. So another appeal to status that resonated with them was the idea of getting away from everything, where you no longer rely on an alarm clock to wake up, you don't have good cell service, and it's just hard for people to get a hold of you. So for successful people, time is the ultimate luxury. If you've worked hard your entire life, putting in long hours, doing meetings after meetings, always chasing a deadline, there's nothing that feels more like you've made it than being able to put your phone down, truly live in the moment, and not have a care in the world that no one is able to reach you. But see, we would only know that if we actually understood our ideal buyers. And by proving that we understand them at a deep psychological level, it shows them that we've already worked with people like them before, and we know what we're doing. The third thing I did to change the narrative was implement a sales tactic that I actually learned from YouTubers who were selling apparel from their YouTube channels, and they would do limited product releases, or what they would call product drops. So we needed to create urgency. When dealing with the type of buyer who can have anything they want, they're used to everyone always working around their schedule and on their terms. So we did the opposite. Instead of saying, hey, yeah, you can come visit whenever you want and, pick from any of the lots and homes available, we created limited options that incentivized them to act quickly. We also teased the fact that once this limited inventory that we're releasing sells out, the price will go up on future homes. Now, this was a bit of a risk at the time because remember, they had zero traction. And if we didn't actually sell these, it would completely backfire, and then we'd have to start from square one. But through the narrative we created over the previous couple of months of emails, we knew there was a lot of pent-up demand, so we went for it. And sure enough, the initial release of homes got immediately immediate interest, and we would let everyone know when each home sold so that they watched the availability go from 8 to 5 to 3 in a matter of a few days. And another positive from doing these product launch style promotions was that it energized the existing community of homeowners because they saw that the development was finally gaining traction again, and it reaffirmed their buying decision. So the big takeaway from this video is this: if your products aren't selling, it might not be because your products suck. It could just be that you're not talking about them in a way that resonates with your ideal buyer. Change the narrative about your products and you'll change the trajectory of your business. So I hope that helps. Please let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see. As always, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to guarantee that you're sending highly engaging emails that generate more sales, download the free checklist that's linked below called Win Before You Send. And I'll see you in the next video.